Wait, if you are a senior citizen planning any international travel this year, stop what you are doing right now. Because what I am about to share with you could be the difference between enjoying your dream vacation and being turned away at the airport with no refund, no recourse, and no second chances. This is not a drill. Millions of American seniors are completely unaware of what is changing in July 2026, and the consequences of being caught off guard are devastating. Stay right here, because this could save you thousands of dollars and the trip of a lifetime. Hey everyone, welcome back to U.S. Senior Immigration News, your #1 trusted source for immigration updates, travel regulations, and policy changes that directly impact American seniors and their families. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button right now and turn on your notifications so you never miss a critical update like this one. And if this video helps you or someone you love, please give it a thumbs up and share it immediately. It could save a fellow senior from a very painful situation. Now, let's get into what is happening with passport rules starting July 2026, and why seniors need to pay very close attention. Here's what's changing in July 2026. Starting July 2026, the United States and several of its key international travel partners are tightening the enforcement of existing passport validity requirements across the board. But this is not just a minor administrative update. The changes target how strictly airlines, border agents, and foreign customs officials will verify your passport before you are ever allowed to board your flight or cross an international border. Let me break this down in plain language. Most countries around the world already require that your passport remain valid for at least 6 months beyond your planned return date. That rule has been on the books for years. But here is what is new. Beginning in July 2026, airlines operating international routes out of the United States will be required to flag and reject passengers whose passports do not meet the 6-month validity threshold before you even reach the boarding gate. We are talking about automated passport verification systems now being implemented at check-in counters and self-service kiosks. For seniors, this creates a very serious risk that most people are not prepared for. Let me paint you a picture. You have spent years, maybe decades, saving for that big retirement trip, a river cruise through Europe, a family reunion in the Caribbean, a bucket list journey to Southeast Asia. You book your flights, your hotels, your tours. You buy travel insurance, you pack your bags, and then you show up at the airport, passport in hand, only to be told at the check-in counter that your passport does not meet the updated validity requirements for your destination and you cannot board. That is not a hypothetical. That is exactly what is happening to more and more senior travelers right now, and it is about to get significantly worse after July 2026. Here is why seniors are particularly at risk. Many older Americans renew their passports infrequently. If you got your passport 5 or 6 years ago, it may still appear perfectly valid on the surface. It has not expired yet. But if it expires within 6 months of your return date, you will be denied. Your passport does not have to be expired to get you into serious trouble. It just has to fall inside that 6-month window. Let's talk numbers, because this is where it gets very serious very fast. Non-refundable airline tickets, hotel deposits, cruise bookings, prepaid tours and excursions. For many seniors, a major international trip represents an investment of anywhere from $5,000 to well over $20,000. And here is the heartbreaking reality. Standard travel insurance policies typically do not cover losses caused by passport issues. Why? Because it is classified as a preventable mistake. We have heard from senior travelers who lost entire cruise deposits, $10,000, $15,000, even $20,000, because they were turned away at the airport with a passport that still had 3 or 4 months of validity remaining. 3 months. They thought they were fine. They were not. After July 2026, the enforcement mechanism will be automated and immediate. There will be no sympathetic gate agent to talk to. There will be no supervisor to escalate to. The system will flag your passport and you will not be boarding that plane. Here is your action plan. And I want you to do this today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Step 1. Go get your passport right now. Look at the expiration date on the photo page. Step 2. Count forward from your most recent or upcoming travel return date by 6 months. If your passport expires before that 6-month mark, you are in the danger zone regardless of whether your trip is only 1 or 2 weeks long. Step 3. If your passport expires within the next 12 months, begin the renewal process immediately. Do not wait until you have a specific trip booked. By the time you book, you may not have enough time to renew safely. Now let's talk about the renewal timeline, because this is where many seniors get into trouble. Standard passport renewal by mail is currently running 6 to 8 weeks under normal conditions. But processing times have been fluctuating, and many applicants are reporting waits of 3 to 4 months or longer. Expedited service is supposed to cut that down to 2 to 3 weeks, but again, real-world delays are pushing beyond those estimates. If you have urgent international travel coming up within the next 2 weeks, you can schedule an appointment at a regional passport agency for same-day or next-day emergency service. But appointments are extremely limited and fill up fast. There are a few additional points that apply specifically to senior travelers that I want to make sure you hear. First, passport photos. The State Department has become increasingly strict about passport photo requirements, and this is an area where senior applicants sometimes run into trouble. Photos must be recent, taken within the past 6 months, and must meet very specific guidelines for lighting, background, and facial expression. An incorrect photo can delay your entire application by weeks. Second, if you have had a legal name change at any point in your life, through marriage, divorce, or any other legal process, and your current legal name does not exactly match what is on your old passport, you will need to provide additional legal documentation. Get those documents together before you apply. Third, passport cards versus passport books. This is a critical distinction that trips up many seniors. A passport card is a convenient, wallet-sized ID that is valid for land and sea travel to Canada, Mexico, Bermuda, and the Caribbean, but it cannot be used for international air travel under any circumstances. If you are flying internationally, you must have a passport book, full stop. Here is something else that many senior travelers overlook. Your passport is just the beginning. Dozens of countries now require additional entry documentation beyond just a valid passport. Electronic travel authorizations, sometimes called ETAs or travel permits, must be applied for online before your departure for countries including Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, and many others. These are not visas in the traditional sense, but they are mandatory, and failing to obtain them in advance can result in being denied boarding just like a passport problem. Some countries also still maintain health documentation requirements left over from recent global health events. Make sure you are researching your specific destination's entry requirements at least 60 to 90 days before your departure date. If you are a son, daughter, grandchild, or caregiver watching this video and you have elderly parents or relatives who love to travel, please take an active role in helping them check their documentation right now. Many seniors do not travel internationally as frequently as younger travelers, and the pace of regulatory change over the past few years has been significant. A simple 10-minute passport check could save your loved ones from losing their life savings on a trip they never get to take. Please share this video with them directly. Beyond July 2026, there are additional biometric and digital security enhancements being discussed at the federal level for future passport generations. While the specifics are still being finalized, the overall direction is clear. Passport verification is becoming more automated, more rigorous, and less forgiving of errors or near expiration dates. This is not the time to procrastinate. The seniors who act now, who check their documents, start their renewals early, and do their research, are the ones who will be boarding their flights without a problem. Everyone else is gambling with their travel dreams. Your final checklist before you travel. Before I wrap up, here is a quick final checklist for every senior planning international travel. 1. Check your passport expiration date today and make sure it covers your return date plus 6 months. 2. If your passport expires within 12 months, start your renewal now, not later. 3. Confirm you have a passport book, not just a passport card, for any international air travel. 4. Research your destination country's specific entry requirements, including any electronic travel authorizations. 5. Make copies of your passport photo page, your itinerary, your emergency contacts, and any important medical information. Keep one set at home with a trusted family member and carry one set with you when you travel. That is the situation as it stands heading into July 2026. The rules are tightening. The enforcement is becoming automated, and the stakes for seniors have never been higher. Please do not let an outdated passport take away the retirement travel you have worked your entire life for. If this video was helpful to you, please hit that like button, share it with your family and friends, and subscribe to U.S. Senior Immigration News if you have not already. We are here every week monitoring the latest changes in immigration policy, travel regulations, and everything that affects your freedom to travel safely and confidently. Drop a comment below. Have you already renewed your passport? Are you planning a big trip in 2026 or 2027? I read every single comment and love connecting with this community. Until next time, stay informed, stay prepared, and safe travels to all of you. We will see you in the next update.